Well, a veteran has found a way of healing through making bread. Charles Burkett shows us how it's helping himself and others.
When I'm making the bread, it's almost as if I'm in a meditative state. Sometimes there's a certain degree of reflection, just on my life. And then other times, it's the future.
Retired Lieutenant Colonel Michael Byard has been making bread for years. He says it helps calm his PTSD.
There's this stability aspect that the brain needs. It's foundational, it's fundamental, but it doesn't address the fourth layer. And that's kind of where this breaking bread comes in, that I didn't realize until I was 42 years old. After my life had fallen apart, I was a severe alcoholic for 20 years. I had several near-death experiences outside the military that were alcohol-related. And I lost 2 houses to foreclosure. I had a beautiful home in Williamsburg, Virginia.
On August 24, 2018, the then 42-year-old says he hit his rock bottom and thought about ending his life. Something interesting snapped him out of it.
And anybody that's ever sat in a quiet kitchen in the middle of the night, they know the sound, and I just heard it over here, of the refrigerator compressor.
That's when he realized there was something more.
That's the spiritual level.
That moment, he says, someone greater saved him.
I believe on that day, in that room, that I found God, or God found me. And I truly believe that I had an encounter with Jesus Christ, because you cannot decouple where I've been in the last 6 years. And it's funny because today is the 6th anniversary exactly on the day that I pulled out of my driveway in Virginia.
Since then, he has found that doing something that engages his mind and his hands helps him focus.
There's so many things that go through my mind while I'm making the bread. But like the most important thing is that it's connecting me with people.
Byard says those who are struggling should look inward to find what their saving grace could be.
It may be for some and it may not be for others, other than just learn how to make bread. It may just be that simple.
In Monroe, Charles Burkett, KNOE 8 News.
It is a new month, September 1st, 2024, here in the United States. Healing Shame Jeffrey B. You just saw a clip of my older brother. The whole thing's there. And so what's going on here? Is this promotion? Am I promoting him? What's happening? Well, I didn't know if I was going to do this video today, but this channel, my series Healing Shame, is about being real, being raw, and being honest and open. And it pains me to say that when I saw this video, when I saw he was on the local news channel, I was very jealous. I felt bad about myself. I felt all that old being in his shadow and everything came flooding back. How can I compete with a retired lieutenant colonel? This is about me. I've got to up my game. How can I? There's no way. He's getting the attention. I'm not. It brings me right back to childhood where I was completely ignored and neglected. I know some of you are not going to like this video, and that's okay. You don't have to watch it. You can unsubscribe. It doesn't matter. I'm here for me, to be honest and open. This is about healing my shame, and if it helps you, I really hope it can encourage others to be open and honest and open dialogue with family members if they're open to that, or with yourself or your therapist. But for me, obviously, this whole jealousy thing, I don't want it. I don't want to even be talking about this. I could keep it inside, repress it, and say nothing, let it eat me alive, and then just say, oh, I'm fine, and blah, blah, blah. But that's not the case. It does bother me. I want recognition. I want to be seen. I want to be noticed. I want to be validated. Yep, sounds selfish. I know. Me. I'm still seeking validation, and I'm still seeking it from society at large for contributions I've made, for things I've done, for my hard life too. See, this story out there now shows how hard his life's been. I completely get it. He's not the only one. I've had a hard life. My younger brother's had a hard life. Many people have had a hard life. And the whole retired lieutenant colonel thing, America, anytime you've got veteran status in there at all, they will completely milk that for what it's worth. And that's just the way this nation is. It's not like that outside this country. In other places, in Asia especially that I've been, it doesn't work like that. But here in America, if you put any kind of military status, you are going to be put up there. You know, I don't. I don't put veterans up on a pedestal. Never have, probably never will, because I don't believe in the wars they fight, and I don't believe in I really don't believe in that stuff. But I've always been an outcast like that. I've always been sort of against the system. That's why I don't fit into this country. And you know, this is a tough video because, like I said, I don't want the jealousy. I want to embrace him, and I've been battling all morning. Here it is, almost 11 a.m. Eastern time, where I am in Indiana. And I saw it, and I looked at a couple of his videos, and I was like, be proud. No, I'm jealous. Fighting. The parts were fighting inside. Let's be proud of him, pray, and be happy, and embrace it. And then the other parts are like, no, you've got to compete. You've got to push him away. You've got to disconnect from him and cut him out completely. He already cut you out. So now you cut him out. Never have anything to do with him again. Parts want to check out, abuse substances, smoke, vape, take pills, check out, not alcohol, but other things. Let's check out a reality, because I feel so much pain and jealousy and neglect and rejection that we've got to numb those feelings. So this is triggering a lot of parts, a lot of the jealous parts, and I included the whole video, just so you can get the feel of what I might be going through. This is the same individual that always stole the limelight when I was a kid, was always number one, marching band, military, and here comes the military piece again. How can you compete? I can't. And I have to admit to myself, I can't compete with that unless I do something absolutely drastic that gets me in the national news. And there are things I don't want to do that are going to get me there. So I think, well, I'm writing books. I'm starting my own YouTube channel. I'm being open and honest here, whether you like it or not. I talked about my suicide ideation. He's talked about his too, and now his is out there for the world to see. Uh, I can see how proud he is of himself in the video, and that's great. I'm happy for him, as long as that makes him happy and proud. But I feel jealous, and I feel neglected. I feel shunned, especially because he's gone no contact with me. How can I be proud if I'm cut out and it's been 5.5 years? I don't know. I just want to be open and honest today. And that whole crap is already still there. So I'm not going to stop speaking what I need to say and being open and honest about it. I hate that I have these feelings. I don't want them. I want to be proud. I want to embrace. I want to accept, but I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to get rid of the jealousy, how to get rid of the validation addiction, the addiction to validation, because I want to be recognized and I want to be seen. I want to be heard by the world. I want to be heard by the local news. So yeah, there's jealousy and envy. Well, whichever one it is, I can't remember. There's a difference between the two. I don't give a shit. Whatever, jealousy, envy, whichever one you want to fucking say. I also realize that I don't know I'm ever going to get Jesus either. He's got a connection to Jesus. I'm not sure I can or even want it. I'm trying to push forward on a thing that basically would challenge everything about Christianity in a lot of ways, and religion in general, and God is living on the locks, trying to become immortal, trying to extend life extension, defeating death. Defeating death does not really go together with Christianity, probably. Oh, maybe it will coincide later. I don't know. But I'm a cryonicist. I'm a transhuman. I'm a transhumanist. Um, and I'm a cryonicist. And I'm a scientist at heart. I may even be an atheist. I don't know. Agnostic. But there's a lot of feelings here. I wanted to get it out there. Like I said, I want to be proud. Uh, Congratulations for getting on the local news, but I have to express my jealousy. And I know this is not a fun topic and not a good video, but it's there and it's real, it's raw, and it's out there. I don't know if I'll ever get recognized or noticed, but basically my parts are saying, look, you can't compete. Do what you've always done in the past. You can't compete against him. Do something bad to get noticed, bad or extreme or whatever, or just get away from the whole thing. Well, how did I do that before? Well, I would act out in a bad way, or I would disconnect, I would drink, I would stay away from the family. And what I've done recently is in the last 13 years is I've gone overseas, last 15 years. I just left the whole thing fucking country. Here we are again. Here we are again, about to leave the country, because that's really my only escape from the jealousy. And I don't see any other way out of it. I will talk to my therapists and I'll run it by them, but I'm running it by you. And thanks for supporting. I hope you can accept this video and embrace it and understand. I'm just being open and honest with you. I don't like this at all. It makes me sick that I can't embrace him, that I can't be happy for him. But there's a lot of underlying issues, trauma, and competition here. A lot. And thanks for support, everybody. And I wish you all the best. Until next time, peace and all the best.